Score well in PTE writing by avoiding these 3 common mistakes. Welcome back everyone. In this video, I want to highlight the main mistakes made by students in writing that end up costing a ton of marks. These mistakes, if understood and avoided, can make all the difference between excellent scores and a complete waste of time and money. So bear with me while I show you what these are and how they can be avoided. Before we get on to the mistakes, there is one point that I would like to make. In exchange of all this information and knowledge that I provide through these videos, all I ask for guys is a like and share. Your likes helps YouTube discover and rank my videos, so that way my stuff can reach out and impact a lot more people than it already is doing. So guys, if you are learning something from my videos, please like and share them. That's the least you can do for the amount of effort and time that I put into making this stuff. Okay, so getting back to the mistakes. Number one is, guys, when your answer is off the main topic, or you can say when the main idea is not covered in your answer. Let me explain module by module what I mean in this. In case of summarized written text, what happens is, guys, you're given a paragraph and you have to summarize that paragraph into one line. Now, if you're not familiar with what this is, I made a special video targeting on how you can score well in summarized written text. So go to my channel and watch that video. But just to explain this mistake, in summarized written text, when you are writing your summary in one line, what happens in most cases with most of my students is that their answer is off the topic. What that means is what they are writing about in that one line is not exactly what is being said in the paragraph. So the main idea of the paragraph and the main idea of that line does not match. In that scenario, guys, you are not going to get a good score because you are talking about something that is different from what the paragraph is talking about. So that's for summarized written text. Now, something similar happens in case of write essay. Again, if you're not sure what this is or how to attempt it, I made special videos. Go to my channel and have a look through that. Also, subscribe to my channel so in that way you will not miss any future videos. In case of write essay, when you are given a topic and you have to write out an essay between 200 to 300 words. Now, what happens is students start off writing about something and they end up writing about something completely different, partly because of the pressure of the examination and partly because of the lousy preparation. So guys, if your answer is not about the question, if your answer is not relevant to the topic, the main question, then you are not going to get a good score in either of these. So this is what I mean when I say the answer is off topic and the main idea is not covered. Now, to avoid this mistake in case of summarized written text, what you can do is, guys, when you're done with the summary, again, this is something that you should be doing in the preparation phase, not at the time when you're sitting in the exam. So before, when you're preparing for the exam. When you're done with the summary, compare your summary with the main paragraph. Read the summary carefully, read the paragraph carefully. See how many main points are being covered in your answer. See how relevant your answer is to the actual main topic. Again, I made special video just to target this, so go and watch that video as well. To whatever extent your answer is describing the information in that paragraph, that is the kind of scores you can expect in case of summarized written text. What I recommend doing is, go to Google, look for summarized written text PTE samples, and I'll just go with this one, ptetutorials.com. Now this is a sample question and then they have a sample answer as well. Write a summary for this question. At the end, read out your summary carefully, read the paragraph carefully, see to what extent you are describing the information in this paragraph, and then compare your answer with their answer. So a good way to learn this is compare your answer with the right answer. This way you can analyze to what extent you are actually going right. Now, in case of the essay, what I want you to do in the essay part is, when you're done with your answer, grab a pen and paper and just highlight out the main points of your answer, of the essay that you have written. Okay, so let's take an example that this is an advantages and disadvantages type question. So what are the advantages that you are mentioning in your essay? Okay, those are the points you should be writing on that paper. What are your advantages according to you, and what are the disadvantages? And then compare those highlights, those points, with the actual topic. Are you actually giving them the answer they are looking for? Because what happens in most cases is students write out a point, but it does not make any sense. Okay, how is this an advantage? Let me explain what I mean by using an example. So this was the homework for one of my students where I gave him an essay topic, and this is just one of the points I picked out to explain this concept. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of living in an era in which new things are constantly being invented? His answer, his advantage, second paragraph. According to me, there are many advantages of these inventions because new inventions are being invented for humans' prosperity. Guys, this is just a point. You have not explained how is this an advantage. Let me give you the complete answer. Now, this is the complete answer. This is the complete point that you should be writing. You should be mentioning the point and the explanation. Now, again, I have made a special video just on write essays, so go and have a look at that video. That will explain this concept in detail. This is a sentence that proves why this point is an advantage. So, guys, when you are not mentioning this line, when this line is not included in your answer, you are not writing on the topic because you are not explaining your points well. You are not mentioning how this scenario is an advantage or how this scenario is a disadvantage, the proper explanation to your point. What I suggest you to do in this case in write essay is again compare your answer with a good answer. This will give you a good analysis. However, the best thing to do in any of these is to actually prepare with a proper supervision. Seek out a PTE teacher to help you with your exam. What happens with some people is, although they have been practicing a lot, they have been putting in time and effort into the preparation, but since they are not preparing with appropriate supervision, they might be practicing the wrong thing. So they might get perfect, but perfect in the wrong thing, and that is not going to help a lot in your exam. All in all, guys, preparing with the teacher is going to be the best use of your time, money, and effort. So find someone who has got a good track record like me, and hopefully they will prepare you in the best possible way. Back to the mistakes, guys. Number 2 is when your answer is more than one line. Now, this is only applicable to summarized written text. Like I mentioned earlier, in summarized written text, you have to summarize a whole paragraph into one line. Now, the way students interpret this is they think that as long as your answer does not have a full stop in the middle, this is one complete line. Guys, your line has to be one grammatically correct English line. Just because there's no full stop in the middle does not make it one line grammatically. Let me demonstrate this by using an example from the same student. This is one of his answers for a summarized written text samples. Now, if you notice over here, guys, read the complete answer first. There is an average of 480,000 passengers who ride a taxi in NSW every day. That includes the large proportion of business commuters rides during the day. However, taxi usage spikes on Friday and Saturday because the public transportation is limited. Guys, if you notice carefully, this should have been a full stop because this is a completely different line. Now again, you would know this if you are well versed with the English literature, plus you are prepared properly for the exam. So guys, keep this in mind. Your answer has to be one grammatically correct single line. Again, I have made a special video just on the basis of this, how you can attempt summarized written text to score well. Go on my channel and look for that. But one grammatically correct single line. That should be your answer. Now the third mistake that I observe in PTE writing is, last but not the least, the lack in preparation and practice. And this would sound familiar to most of you. People, regardless of what resources you have at your disposal, until and unless you put your time and effort into preparing for this thing, the outcome is not going to be great. Ultimately, you have to put the time and effort into preparing for PTE if you are expecting good scores. And the funny thing is, nobody else in the world can do it for you. This part is your responsibility, and again, having a good teacher helps because they can point out when you are screwing around and when you're going off track. So, guys, spend your time preparing and practicing properly. Again, find a good teacher who can help you with this. These are a few of my students who appeared for the IELTS and PTE exams recently. As you can see, they scored well thanks to a combined team effort of the teacher and the student. If you want to become one of these high achievers, contact me on my email for one-on-one Skype classes. I assure you we will do whatever it takes to get you the band scores you need and deserve. So guys, this is it for this video. If you learned something, like and share it for the benefit of others. Also subscribe to my channel so you do not miss any future videos. And again, find a good teacher. That person might be the solution to all the problems you are facing in PTE. Goodbye everyone, see you next time.